Hello, students. This is a class for BA Part 3. We will be reading the left part of the poem A Prayer for My Daughter, the poem written by W.B. Yeats. I am Dr. Anil Dadij. We have already done 4 to 6 stanzas in my last class, and now some of the students asked me to explain the last stanza, so I am repeating that. We begin from this stanza. My mind, because the minds that I have loved, the sort of beauty that I have approved, prosper but little, has dried up of late. So, first thing that you have to notice in this in this stanza, is you have to connect my mind with has dried up of late. जहाँ कोमा है वहाँ से कोमा तक आगे इसको जोड़ना है. तो my mind has dried up. The poet confesses that his mind has dried up of emotions. He wants to say that he has become insensitive. Of late means recently, आजकल, इन दिनों. तो recently his mind is dried up, that is to say it has become insensitive. Why his mind has become insensitive? Reason he gives in the lines between the commas. Because why his mind is dried up? Because the minds that I have loved, he is indicating to Modgon, in whose love he was deeply in love. So the minds that I have loved, the sort of beauty, the type of beauty that I have approved, that he appreciated, he admired, he said that that was the kind of beauty he liked, prosper but little. Such beauty, such minds prosper but little means very little, means not at all. They do not prosper. The poet wants to say that the minds and the beauty that the poet has loved or approved prosper little. He feels now. The people like Modgon, the beautiful lady like Modgon, the way she has lived, the poet reaches to a conclusion that they prosper little. Yet knows, ये आपको फिर से ऐड करना है माई माइंड से. तो माई माइंड स्टिल नोज दैट टू बी चॉक्ड विद हेट, ऑल्दो द काइंड ऑफ पीपल आई हैव लव्ड has given me a kind of insensitivity. But he says, yet my mind, although it is dried up, still it knows that to be choked with hate may well be of all evil chances chief. Of all the evil chances in life, all the bad chances or the chances that can bring you misfortunes, उनमें सबसे चीफ क्या है? What is the most important evil chance in your life? He says to be choked with hate. अगर आपका दिमाग hatred से, घृणा से चॉक्ड है, जाम है, पैक्ड है, भरा हुआ है, तो it will definitely bring you evil chances, और कुछ बुरा आपको होने वाला है अगर आपका दिमाग घृणा से भरा हुआ है तो. इफ़ देर इज़ नो हैट्रेड इन ए माइंड, अगर आपके दिमाग में हैट्रेड न हो, इफ़ देर इज़ नो हैट्रेड in your mind, means if you are innocent. Assault and battery of the wind. Assault and battery of the wind means the storms outside or storms inside. The assault and battery of the wind can never tear. The outside storms can never separate. Tear means separate. अलग नहीं कर सकते किसको? The linnet from the leaf. The leaf means the shade of leaves. पत्तियों की जो शेड है उसमें से लिनेट को. हु इज़ लिनेट? लिनेट इज़ ए बर्ड. वी हैव ऑलरेडी टॉक्ड. शी इज़ सिंबल ऑफ, द बर्ड इज़ सिंबल ऑफ इनोसेंस एंड चीयरफुलनेस. तो योर चीयरफुलनेस एंड योर इनोसेंस विल नेवर गेट सेपरेटेड और torn from your mind if there is no hatred in your mind. The poet establishes this. And then we move forward. An intellectual hatred is the worst. The poet says the worst kind of hatred is intellectual hatred. So let her think. So the next wish that the poet has for his daughter is, so let her think opinions are accursed. Opinions are accursed means you should never develop prejudices in your mind. कभी भी पूर्वाग्रह के साथ नहीं जीना चाहिए. क्यों? क्योंकि दे आर accursed, they are very bad, they bring negative results in your life. Have I not seen the loveliest woman born out of the mouth of plenty's horn? Plenty's horn means good fortune. When a person is lucky, we say he is born out of the mouth of plenty's horn. सोने की चम्मच लेके पैदा जो होते हैं उनके लिए ये फ्लेज भी इस्तेमाल किया जाता है, बोर्न आउट ऑफ द माउथ ऑफ प्लेंटीज हॉर्न. तो हैव आई नॉट सीन द लवलीस्ट वुमन. ही इज़ टॉकिंग अबाउट मॉडगॉन, ही इज़ टॉकिंग अबाउट एफ्रोडाइट, ही इज़ टॉकिंग अबाउट हेलन. द लवलीस्ट वुमन ही इज़ ऑलरेडी टॉक्ड अबाउट इन एन अर्लियर स्टेंजा. तो हैव आई नॉट सीन द लवलीस्ट वुमन बोर्न in a very born in very favorable circumstances, born with good fortune, and such women, such lovely women, because of her opinionated mind, because her mind was opinionated, because she had certain opinions fixed in her mind, because her mind was prejudiced, therefore, because she had ideas already fixed in her mind, therefore she barter. Barter means exchange. एक चीज़ के बदले में दूसरी चीज़ लेना, दैट इज़ बार्टर. तो बार्टर के साथ प्रपोजिशन आती है फॉर, कि इसके बदले में ये. तो द लवलीस्ट वुमन हु वॉज बोर्न लकी बार्टर. बार्टर मीन्स एक्सचेंज. तो शी एक्सचेंज्ड दैट हॉर्न. हॉर्न मीन्स द गुड लक. She exchanged her good luck and every good by quiet natures understood. The good things that are understood by the quiet natures means peaceful people. He is actually referring to himself by saying quiet natures. He is one of the persons who is quiet natured. He is the person who is a poet and believes in quietude. So she exchanged that good luck that she has met with W.B. Yeats, she has met with the poet, and they had come on terms of being very good friends. उसके बावजूद she bartered for an old billows full of angry wind. Did she not do this? क्या ऐसा नहीं किया उसने कि कवि जैसे अच्छे इंसान को, क्वाइट नेचर वाले को, और ये उनका गुड लक था कि दे केम इन कॉन्टेक्ट विद ईच अदर, उसके बदले में उसने किसको चूज किया? शी एक्सचेंज्ड हिम फॉर एन ओल्ड बिलोज. बिलोज कहते हैं धौंकनी को, जिसमें से हवा आप भरते हैं और निकालते हैं. तो फॉर एन ओल्ड बिलोज, एक्चुअली ओल्ड बिलोज रेफर्स टू द लंग्स ऑफ ए मैन. बिकॉज एक इंसान में तो बिलोज वही होता है जिसमें से हवा निकलती और आती है, दैट इज़ योर लंग्स दैट एक्सेल एंड इनहेल ब्रीद. or breathe. For an old billows, he was quite older to Modgon, his beloved. So for an old billows, and who is this old billows? Major John McBride. Major John McBride was the person, was the man with whom Modgon married. So, for an old billows full of angry wind, that is to say, this person has always been of an angry disposition. So, although the poet had quiet nature, the lady went for a person who always remained angry. So She actually changed her good fortune with that bad fortune, because later on they got separated, a divorce was sought, and they lived uh, at different places. We move to the next stanza. Considering that, once you remember this, once you consider that, once you meditate over that and reach to a conclusion, so considering that, all hatred driven hence. Once you believe in this, that there should be no intellectual hatred in your mind, because that is worst, and therefore, remembering this, if you drive away all the hatred in your mind, अगर आप अपने दिमाग से सारी नफरत निकाल देते हैं, तो the soul recovers. If your mind is minus hatred, your soul will definitely recover with radical innocence. Radical means basic, radical means original innocence. आप जिस innocence के साथ पैदा होते हैं, वो radical innocence you recover if you are without any hatred in your mind. अगर आपके दिमाग में कोई hatred नहीं बसती, तो आप में radical innocence लौट आती है. And then you learn at last, and then that person learns at last that it is self-delighting. This radical innocence is self-delighting. अपने आप में आपको स्वतः खुश करने वाली, स्वांतः सुख देने वाली है. It gives you self-delightment, self-appeasing. It appeases you. आपको संतोष देती है. Self-appeasing thing and self-affrighting. This is very important to note. This is remarkable phrase, self-affrighting. आपको खुद को डराने वाली है. अब डराती कैसे है रेडिकल इनोसेंस? इफ़ यू आर रेडिकली इनोसेंट, अगर आप ओरिजिनली इनोसेंट हैं, तो वाई यू विल बी अफ्रेड? आप डरेंगे किससे? आप डरेंगे इस बात से कि कहीं मुझसे कुछ गलत नहीं हो जाए. सो दैट यू विल ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट that nothing wrong should be done by me. That fear will always govern your mind, and therefore you will never commit anything wrong because of that radical innocence. The poet wants to say this. And that its own sweet will, that is to say, when your mind is without hatred, when you have gained radical innocence, then your own sweet will, whatever you will, whatever desire appears in you, that will be heaven's will. वो सीधी स्वर्ग की सी इच्छा होगी, क्योंकि जब आप में किसी तरह की कोई नेगेटिव है ही नहीं अप्रोच, तो फिर आपकी जो इच्छा होगी वो स्वर्ग की इच्छा जैसी वैल्यूएबल और एडोरेबल होगी. तो इट्स ओन स्वीट विल बी हेवंस विल इफ़ यू हैव avoided all kind of hatred and achieved radical innocence. She can, then he wishes for his daughter, she can, though every face should scowl and every windy quarter howl. Once again he is referring to Major Macbride, जिसके लिए वो ओल्ड बिलोज फुल ऑफ एंग्री विंड जैसे फ्रेज का इस्तेमाल करता है, कि ऑल्दो ए पर्सन में स्काउल एट यू, मतलब रिब्यूक आपको करे, आपको गुस्से से डांटे, तो एवरी फेस में स्काउल एट यू, एवरी विंडी क्वार्टर हाउल एट यू. हाउल मतलब जोर से चिल्लाना. तो इट इज़ क्वाइट पॉसिबल कि विंडी क्वार्टर मीन्स जोर जोर से सांस लेते हुए एंग्री वे में बोलने वाला आदमी, दैट में हाउल एट यू. एवरी बिलोज बर्स्ट, ही में बर्स्ट इनटू loud words, but still, if you are radically innocent, if your hatred is driven from your mind, you will be happy still. Still you can remain happy. That is the idea. Means the poet highly appreciates the radical innocence and a mind without hatred. And now we reach to the last stanza of the poem. And may her bridegroom bring her to a house. See, he prays for his daughter up to the stage when she will be married. And remember, she is only an infant, not more than 6 months old. So he says, may her bridegroom, when she is grown up, when she is married, may her bridegroom bring her to a house where it is all accustomed, ceremonious. He gives two words, accustomed and ceremonious. दोनों ही शब्दों का मीनिंग अपन इस तरह से लेंगे कि दैट इज़ ए ट्रेडिशनल हाउस वेयर traditions come from generation to generation. They value the, the accustomed ceremonious values. So bridegroom bring her to a house where all is accustomed and all is ceremonious. Means they believe in ceremonies. Ceremonies are actually devised after centuries. They are devised when they come in form of tradition from one generation to another generation. They are called ceremonies. So ceremonies are actually celebrations, and celebrations have their own causes, regions, and the regions are of course good. So he imagines that his daughter will be married in a house which is very, very traditional, which is very, very ceremonial. For means because arrogance and hatred are the wares. Wares means matters. Arrogance and hatred are the matter peddled in the thoroughfares. ये कहाँ होते हैं? In the thoroughfares. Thoroughfare किसको कहते हैं? जो बड़े चौराहे वाले बड़े बड़े जो रोड्स हैं उनको. तो दे आर पेडल्ड इन thoroughfares. वो वहाँ होते हैं, नॉट इन ट्रेडिशनल हाउसेज. हाउ? But in custom and in ceremony. When you live with customs, when you live in ceremonies, but in custom and ceremony, how are innocence and beauty born? तो कैसे एक ट्रेडिशनल हाउस में innocence and beauty born होती है? He makes a question and he gives answer to the question in the last two lines. Ceremony is a name for the rich hoard. When do you celebrate things? This is the question. Ceremony is a name for the rich horn. Horn, we have already talked about this phrase. Horn means good luck, good fortune. So, rich horn, if you are born with great fortune, then only your house becomes ceremonious. Then only you believe in ceremonies and custom. Custom is tradition for the spreading laurel tree. Laurel is actually a symbol of prosperity. Laurel is actually a symbol of sheltering good values. तो custom से, tradition से, the laurel tree spreads. That is to say, prospers. So you prosper when you believe in customs and ceremonies. You prosper when you believe in traditions. And the poet wants his daughter to be married in such a house. So this is the poem. I hope you have already understood this, and thank you very much. If you have any doubts, if you have any questions, you can ask to me. You can send your queries on WhatsApp also. Thank you.